Welcome back to another episode of What's Cooking in the Pantry. I am going to be making homemade macaroni and cheese. So let me go ahead and light the fire to bring this water that I have to a boil. All right, so I have it on a high heat. I've already salted my water, so I'm just going to wait until it comes to a boil, and then we'll go ahead and add the macaroni elbow noodles. So you're able to use whatever particular store brand you're interested in. I pretty much like the elbow. I'm going to add a cheese sauce that's already made. I love simple, easy to follow steps. I don't like to be in the kitchen for a long period of time, especially when I know that I have people that's coming over for dinner. So I like to keep everything simple and use good ingredients. This right here is sharp cheese that I will add. I love to taste my cheese. So I'll be using sharp cheese in my macaroni. Now I know some people probably use egg and that sort of thing. This particular dish is optional as far as what you add. I like to keep it simple, so I'll add the cheese sauce I showed you, a box and a half of this elbow macaroni noodles, and once the water begins to boil, these noodles will be in the water for about 7 minutes. All right, we'll come back once this starts to boil. All right, so while I wait for my water to come to a boil, I went ahead and cracked an egg. I will add egg to the macaroni, the homemade macaroni and cheese, just to hold it together so it doesn't fall as you're scooping it. I will also add 1/4 of a cup of milk to my egg mixture. All right, so that's about 1/4 of a cup. And then I'll just go ahead and just combine and mix this together well. Now this will be added to the macaroni once it has cooled. If you add this mixture to your macaroni and it's still hot, it will start to cook. And so you'll have scrambled eggs inside of your macaroni. All right, so this should be mixed well. If you want to add a little seasoning to taste, you can definitely add it directly to your egg and your egg and milk mixture that you're going to add to your pasta. All right, so my water is beginning to boil. I'm going to go ahead and add a box and a half of the elbow macaroni. So I'll add my first box, and again, my water has already been salted. And then I'll just add about half of this. All right, so I'll go ahead and stir this up. This will boil for about 7 minutes. I like my noodles not extremely soft, being that they are going to cook in the oven in addition to me boiling them. So I like them a little al dente. They're tender, not too soft and not too hard, but just in the middle. All right, when I come back, I will drain the water off of the noodles and then go ahead and put the macaroni inside of my foil pan and prepare all the ingredients for baking. This right here is the texture that I'm looking for, so I will drain the water off of the noodles, and then we will go ahead and put these noodles inside of the pan and get everything combined together for the homemade macaroni and cheese. Yummy. So I'm just going to drain all this water off in the sink. Now if you have a strainer, you're more than welcome to just dump this in a strainer. and I'll be over by the foil pan. So I have my macaroni noodles. They have been drained, rinsed, so they'll stop cooking. I have my foil pan all ready to go. So what I'm going to do is just make sure that this goes inside of the pan versus all over the floor. And I'll take my spoon and just get those extra noodles out. All right, so now what I'm going to do is incorporate my cheese sauce, my cheeses, as well as my egg mixture. So again, I'm just using some store brand cheese sauce, and then I will add my sharp cheeses. I like to taste my cheese, so I use a sharp cheese. This pretty much, to me, it really does not have a flavor. It's more so to give it the color. All right, I don't have a spoon over here, so I'll just put that in the trash. Okay, so let's go ahead and mix this all together. Now I'm just making sure that all the noodles are coated in the cheese sauce before adding my sharp cheese to this. That looks about like all of the noodles are covered in cheese completely. Now I'm going to go ahead and start adding my cheese to this. All right, so the noodles are no longer hot. I can go ahead and add my egg and milk concoction that I had put together prior. So this right here will keep the noodles from completely just falling all over the place once you're serving your macaroni and cheese yumminess. All right, so I'm making sure that all of that egg and milk mixture has been incorporated thoroughly. And again, I like to prepare yummy meals, but without all of the steps. This is real simple. Boiling the macaroni noodles, adding an already made cheese sauce. Unless you like to make the cheese sauce yourself, then you're more than welcome. I just like to keep it simple, and so this right here works for me. All right, so this right here is incorporated really well. Usually I wear gloves when I'm putting this together, but I'll just go ahead and just sprinkle some cheese in to start with. And again, this is sharp cheese. This is what I like to use. I like to taste my cheese inside of my macaroni. So let's go ahead and just mix that up really well so it goes to the bottom. And there's yummy cheese and gooiness all throughout. All right, let me go in. Let me grab this spoon. Now, being that it has egg on this, or in this, I will not taste this until it has been baking in the oven and completely done. Alright, so I'm just making sure that everything is incorporated thoroughly and there's cheese throughout, because once it starts baking, it's a little too late to add cheese to it, so might as well just make sure everything is how you like it to begin with. All right, let's go ahead and add some more cheese to this, and then I'll save some to spread on top so it'll have that ooey gooiness. While baking, I will cover this with foil just to make sure that everything is thoroughly heated while baking. All right, so I think that this is going to have cheese throughout, and I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of that cheese on here. I like my macaroni cheesy, but not too cheesy. That's just my preference. So it's up to you as far as how much or how little cheese, the amount that you use for your family. This is how I like to prepare mine. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I like to get it over in the corners. I'll go ahead and sprinkle this throughout. Now again, usually I use gloves. I did not feel like putting any on. Alright, so this is a nice size little tray here. Should feed quite a few people depending on how large or how many scoops they get in one serving. But this pan can definitely feed at least 10 people because it's fairly deep. All right, so I'm just going to go around, make sure there's ample cheese on this, and then we'll pop this in the oven to bake for about 40 minutes, 40 to 50 minutes. So almost an hour, but not quite. All right, let's go ahead and just put the rest of that on here, like so. And then get the aluminum foil out. Again, you're more than welcome to use whatever types of cheese blends that you like. I prefer sharp cheese. I like to taste my cheese. Alright, so what I'm going to do is put this in the oven, let it bake for about 40 to 55 minutes. Almost an hour, but not quite. And in the meantime, I will check to make sure it's done or if it needs a little additional time to cook. Alright, I'll see you in just a second. I'm going to clean up my area. What's going on? Steam is coming up. Oh my goodness. Ooey gooey goodness. This is the finished ending product. This right here is delicious. This is delicious. Alright, so I'll come back once I plate it up with everything else that I have made. Look at those corners, nice and golden brown, just how I like it. Ooey gooey deliciousness. So the macaroni is completely done. I let it set a little bit, but this is what it looks like. Ooh, ooh, ooh.